Hi, Bali Oracle.
Hi.
How it going?
All good. It's a
We've got a
beautiful
couple
sunny
of,
day today.
yeah, it's not bad in Melbourne. It's nice outside in the sun. It's still chilly, but it's nice in the sun.
Yes, true. While it's out there.
Yeah. We've got a couple of viewers. Hello, thank you for watching. This is Bali Oracle. And
Hey.
she's in Melbourne at the moment. She does live in Bali also, but stuck in Melbourne.
And still trying to get used to the freshness and the weather.
Yeah.
So, hi, Paige.
Hello, Paige. Thank you for watching. Yeah, a big difference in weather, huh? Melbourne to Bali.
Yes, and yeah, I mean, like I'm wearing so many layers. It's a bit freaky and heavy.
Even the living
I
style
mean,
is different though, isn't it?
sorry?
Even the living style is different. Like your house where you are now to your house in Bali is so different.
Oh,
Isn't it?
it's extremely. I'm sure some of you, the viewers here, would have seen what I was doing before, where I lived before.
Yeah.
So
Is that
very, very different.
yeah. Are you on your phone? Are you the viewer we have?
Maybe. Yeah, I'm on the phone. Yeah, I'm
Let
trying
me
to actually find. I'm actually trying to find the show on the phone.
refresh the page, open our page, and
Oh yes, that's right.
but I haven't
The
shared.
refresher.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Yes, I'm the one on the phone.
Okay, let's do some sharing, and I'll yeah, see.
Here we go. Yep, got it.
So are you still keeping in contact with everyone in Bali and all that kind of stuff? Like,
Yeah, I am, and they've got their own little challenges. They're actually there's a big ceremony going on
yeah.
mid April for about 3 days, and
Oh yeah.
even though they're not on complete shutdown, a lot of the restaurants are closed, and there's only takeaway. But they've
Yeah.
even closed all the beaches, which is a bit sad because people can't even go for a walk in the morning. But they're closed it for 3 days while they're doing a massive, huge ceremony. In the
Right.
actual, every village will have its own, but there's one massive theme, and that's to protect the island, basically.
Yeah.
So there's constant ceremonies on at the moment
Oh,
because that's how they deal with things, basically.
yeah, of course. Yeah. And
So
I've never been to Bali. Is it too that have like children on the beach that braid your hair?
yes, and also adults, a lot of females. It's
Okay.
look, it's got something for everybody. The south of Bali is very, very tourist orientated,
Yeah.
no doubt, but there are a lot of retreats that are conducted there. There's a lot of yoga retreats, surfing retreats, heaps and heaps of meditation retreats. A lot of people who might be teachers in the West, whether it's Europe, America, or Australia, will bring their students over and do like a 2-week course. There's Qigong courses, there's Tantra courses, surfing ones. There's a lot of cooking classes. So it's got something for everyone, and it's great for families because you can get babysitters that are quite affordable, and there's a lot of kids clubs as well.
Yeah.
Hi, Teresa.
I'm just going to leave you for a minute and do some sharing. Hello, Teresa.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you for watching, everyone.
Yes. Hi, Teresa. Back again. And it's 11 plus 11. 1, 1, 1. 3 ones. Even more exciting. So how are we? We've got a few people here. So yes, I'm in Melbourne at the moment, and it's a beautiful autumn day once again. It's the sun's amazing. So I'm pretty sure that everybody would have, if possible, last night had a view of the moon in its full glory, the pink moon. I had a little fire going last night outside under the moon, had some music, and just sat back and reflected on the present moment, which is quite surreal still. I feel like I'm in a Netflix series, surfing the waves of energy and emotion that's coming through the planet at the moment. So good evening. Hi Samadhi. How are you? All is well? I think you guys are in, what are we in the evening there. So thank you for being present. What shall we discuss? Should we have some sort of conversation in regards to, I don't know, any suggestions? I spoke about the moon yesterday, and I've been keeping up with lots of different YouTube astrologers that resonate with me, and a lot of what they're saying, you know, very much resonates with me. So I kind of feel that I've had a few friends who have been triggered by the moon, but they're doing their own kind of things that can bring them grounded in the present moment. So yes. Yeah, okay. Samadhi, absorbing other people's energies. Yes, I feel that's a definite, because we've got the Schumann's resonance, which has been peaking at the moment, the moon, and with everything that's going on as well. I feel it's really important to ground yourself at the moment and try and be more in your body than in your head. But once in your mind, you are sort of open to, I feel, absorbing other people's energies. I do different practices daily to basically turn down the volume of the constant chatter that's going on in the head. A lot of empaths and high and sensitive at the moment are feeling quite a bit, and it's definitely a challenge to lower the volume down of that constant chatter and picking up other people's energies. It's more important now to really know how to fill your cup. And what I mean is what brings you joy. I'm not saying to avoid or bypass any other emotions that you're feeling at the moment. I think it's important to acknowledge those emotions. And there's medicine in that in itself. And we haven't really been trained to sit in those emotions and go deeper with them. It's a time now to really ponder and reflect and reevaluate what's important for us and what isn't. So you might find yourself ping-ponging between lots of different realities, kind of what's going on outside in the collective and then what's happening within you as well. There's this, I don't know, for me personally, I'm feeling a pull back and forth. I'm well, Wendy. All is quite calm and peaceful at the moment. Okay, yeah. Gratitude, I feel, is important too, because it's that personal checklist. I have food on my table. I'm healthy. I have somewhere to sleep. So I'm grateful for the basic needs that I need at this moment. And that's the most important thing. If you can just basically, if even I write up little things and I put them on my door, and I find that that helps me personally, because it's like waking up in the morning, reading those particular statements to seed information again. And everyone has different ways of doing this, but the end result is, yes, to be grounded, to be in the eye of the storm. And yes, now and then you might sort of flip out into the storm, but you have certain things that work for you to pull you back in. We are humans, so there's a definite chance that we will feel certain things. And I personally don't think it's healthy to repress those particular emotions. I think you need to really honour them. I mean, yeah, we're all human, And yes, we go through moments of fear and so forth, but we start to learn on what works for us personally in order to get back in a vibration that actually serves us and doesn't sort of keep us in that hole. I believe too, and I've been saying this for a while, I've picked up for the last couple of years, that as empaths, we have constantly been plugged into a program where we have been absorbing other people's energies. For me personally, I've made a conscious decision to stop doing that I would rather work on emitting the energy. So rather than the energy coming in and constantly absorbing as a crystal, which is within me as well and all beings, it's the same energy, is to actually start to emit the energy. And I've been practicing that, even just during sitting in a public transport or a cafe or a park or a gallery. It's more about just connecting myself to the earth, connecting myself to the cosmos, and then just radiating, emitting the energy from the heart and allowing it to go out. Hi, Matt. I feel it's a very important forward movement that a lot of empaths and sensitives are having at the moment. And if you can imagine the whole planet with all these empaths and healers, highly sensitive all around the planet, once we actually start to learn how to emit the energy, we can connect to the grid lines, the energy lines, the ley lines on the planet, and we can mend that. We can connect that again, and we can start to pulsate the energy out, basically. So we are moving towards where empaths and high sensitives are not absorbing as much energy. We don't need to do that anymore. We're quite aware of who we are, and just the fact that you're being here at this very moment, especially on this planet, a lot of us signed up for this. We've just basically forgotten what our purpose is. And this great awakening, which is happening right here, right now, throughout this whole planet, is, I feel very much about that. This year is a massive year in awakening. It's been written for a long time. A lot of Indigenous tribes have been speaking about this for years. The Mayans, the Aborigines, the Native Americans, Inuits have been talking about the awakening. And we're here. We are here and we have a purpose, and every single person signed a soul contract to be here. And it's really, really scary and difficult to step up into your power. But if now more than anything, try and find the courage, the strength, the trust to understand that you have an important part to play. It's very powerful and potent at the moment. And as soon as you start to do that, you start to affect other people around you. It's all about energy, and we are all about the energy. So yeah, it's the Great Awakening. I've been listening to some interesting YouTube healers, channelers, and everyone is delivering the message in a different way for a different audience, but the overall message is very much the same. It's about getting back into the heart, coming home, back in here, and understanding that this is important, but it's once you're in here, you can actually, there's a coherent kind of channel that starts to happen between the heart and the mind. Yeah. I'm just reading some of the messages here. Interesting. Look, this is something that you'll never forget. You're creating memories and experiences at the moment that are extremely powerful. I've seen a lot of people celebrate birthdays while they're in isolation. innovative ways of doing it. I've seen these amazing, gorgeous kids sitting in their front yard and friends and family going past in cars. So there is creative and innovative ways that people are showing love and compassion. In the supermarkets, helping elderly people, making sure that the elderly people in your neighbourhood or those who are vulnerable have these necessities. And this is community. This is us coming all together as one for a community. And it's beautiful to witness and to watch. There's a lot of lots of information that's going on at the moment. And it's important to now start to be a lot more discerning on what you're actually listening to. You don't have to take everything in. There's some things now I'm kind of like, yeah, no, that doesn't work for me anymore. I'm not interested in hearing another theory. I'm here in this space at the moment, and I need to do what I need to do in order to be able to accept and bring peace and balance to being in this space. And everyone has a different way of doing that. And I'm working out what works for me and what doesn't work for me. So stay with that and be in that. So as you all are aware, the actual mini readings have been marked down to 1997, so it's quite good. And I feel at the time, this moment, a lot of people are definitely curious on what is coming in for them in the future. I've been listening to another amazing astrologer today, and he was talking about how the wellness industry is and will be one of the strongest and fastest growing industry in the future. And you can see it's definitely happening. The understanding of people's well-being in regards to their mental health being is so important because it basically drives everything in their life. How they view everything, the lens that they wear, how they perceive their life and others around them. So it's good to know that a lot of people are starting to step more into their power and to help others. My mantra is, I am in service for the good of all. Yeah, Samani, I hear you. Peace and mantras, definitely. Mantras are beautiful. I had an open fire yesterday in my garden, and I had the music on, and I was playing Deva Primal and Satnam Kayur, and the mantras were just going. And they definitely do, bring me down and just keep me on that plateau where it's just a break, basically. And it works for me. So you've got time now. So explore, be curious on what's out there. There's a lot of new people taking the stand now and speaking different truths on what they feel. Some will resonate and some may not resonate. Again, it's using your discernment on choosing what resonates with you. And it's not something you can feel. I feel it's something that you need to feel within your body. You know when you go somewhere and you don't feel comfortable and you just feel it somewhere in your body. You don't know how to articulate that in words. You don't know how to communicate that. You don't know how to deliver the message, but there's just a gut feeling that this doesn't work for you. You trust that. You start to learn to trust that. So when you are feeding your mind, your soul information online, whether it's videos, articles, even music, just, take that brief pause and work out whether it does resonate with you. You'll know, you'll feel it straight away. You'll feel it. And as you start to check in more and more into your body in making decisions, you're basically setting up a new program. Instead of thinking about this and thinking about that and making those decisions, you'll start to feel them. And we know that we have that feeling. It's that gut feeling when you meet somebody, when you're going to a particular place, when you're going to a party. You you learn to trust that, and it's just repatterning a way of being, I suppose. And it takes quite a long time to actually own that, I feel, but it's worth it because it's your true navigation, it's your compass, it's your GPS. And I trust my GPS. I speak to my heart very often when I'm not sure, and I do get an answer in that stillness, in that pause. So yes, thank you very much for being present. Any questions from anyone? Starting to feel like a teacher online. So yes, in Melbourne. I'm not in Bali at the moment. I miss it quite a lot actually. A couple of days ago it really affected me. But what I do now, I've actually started to, in the stillness, I bring myself, my energetic spirit soul, into my own space in Bali, in front of my altar, and I do a cleansing in the space, and then I come back into my body again. So that's been quite interesting and good practice for me, because I can be there and I can feel it. I can close my eyes and I can see it. I know where everything is, and that's been really interesting. So yes, welcome to my little segment on the big wide web, talking about things, moment, present moment. All is well. Sun shining. Fantastic. At least here in Melbourne, we can still go for a walk, and there are so many people out there walking and riding bicycles. It's actually quite amazing to see. Last night, or yesterday afternoon, I went along the river and collected some wood for a fire, and there were bicycles after bicycle, people running, walking, families. It was beautiful to really see people go outside and connect to nature, to remember that connection. It keeps us, it feeds us. I mean, I love touching trees, massive, huge trees, and my daughter gets a bit embarrassed because it's like, Mum, stop hugging the tree. But she understands what it's all about, and I do get a buzz out of these trees. The root system that connects to everything else. That's the original web. I actually saw a trailer today about mushrooms, fungi, mycelium, I think it's pronounced. I'm not very good at pronouncing that word. Hello, Lexi and Amanda. All is well. But the mushroom world is quite interesting as well because it is definitely the original natural web when, it goes out under the soil and just it's the communicator. It's incredible. I remember watching a documentary years ago about the trees and the root system, the ability from one tree to talk to another tree to help another. Very, very interesting. So I do try and sit outside as often as I can. And when I meditate, and I think you should try this when you're at home as well, you guys are going into summer, the Northern Hemisphere, so you'll have lots of opportunities. Get both the palms of your hands and place them on the grass or on the sand, wherever you are outside. Close your eyes and just start to imagine the energy moving up towards your palms, and you'll start to feel it. It might take a bit of practice to get out of your head and to be physically more into your body, but try it. It's a beautiful little exercise to ground you and to start to feel, to be open up to feeling energy. There is a lot on the planet that comes up, and it can start to tingle, and you'll feel it. It fills you. And this sort of thing has been going on for thousands of years with all the indigenous tribes. We've just forgotten the information, basically. So a lot of these things are about remembering. All of it is really. We've basically forgotten our divinity and our true authentic essence, being preoccupied with other things. But next time you're outside, try that. It's worth a go, and just play with it. You've got time now. We've all got time. So, what else is happening? We have a really good deal going on the mini readings, 1997, and that was marked down for 35. I hope you can understand my accent. I'm trying to talk a bit slow. The Australians have a different sort of accent, I suppose.
Refresh the page, open your page.
Oops. Don't know what happened there. Yeah, no, it's all good. What did I say? Oh, I can't remember. I went into a little thing there before. I was reading my little phone here and seeing what's going on. So, what else have we been up to? Cooking. Great info. Thank you, Teresa. It's quite, yeah, I think a lot of the things that, a lot of these little practical things that you can do, and I'm very practical. When I do readings, I actually give people homework. At the end of the day, it's up to them to do it. Don't push it. There's free will at the end of the day. It's more about activating you to remember certain things that you've forgotten. It's to bring you to a particular vibration that you were before, but now you're so involved in what's going on outside and all these other things that you basically are in a co-pilot sort of a way of being. So once you bring yourself back into your body, into your heart, practicing a lot more mindfulness, and they're just everyday things. It makes a difference. It's a game changer. It's a life changer. And at the moment, all of us, first time here at PayPal description.
Hello.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Kat
Lexi.
will explain that one.
Yeah, our readings tonight are only 1997. They're usually 35. And all this week they're 1997. And it says mini, but they go for a bit longer, don't they? Every psychic's different. But you just click on that link above the video stream. But if you're on a phone, click out of the stream and you'll see the link. Thank
you very much, Miss Kat, for that information.
Thank you.
Anyway, so yes, practical daily things. Like I said before, I write certain things that I need to remember, that I introduce into my daily ritual ceremonies. I love doing rituals and ceremonies. I don't follow a book, a textbook or anything. I'm just following my intuition. And when I'm doing it, I kind of feel like I've done it before. And all I'm doing is just basically remembering. So I'm very connected to the spirits of the land because I live between Bali and I live between Melbourne as well. I acknowledge the spirits of the land each time I actually come to Melbourne, for example. Within the first 24 hours, I light my incense. I go outside, I sit on the ground, I say a prayer of thanks to the spirits of the land, to the ancestors, to my ancestors, and my medium. I'm a bit of everything, love. I don't really talk to people on the other side. I sort of see the present being at the moment, and I go kind of dive into their eyes and dive into the energy, pick up things. I've been told I have the ability of being a medium, but I'm not ready for that yet, and I'm okay where I'm at the moment. But sometimes information will come through from someone who's passed over. It depends on what the reading is at the time. I don't control it because I'm a conduit. When I do the reading, a lot of the information's not coming from me or up here, it's coming through me. And I trust that. I was quite sick over 10 years ago, and I basically asked the universe, source, God, spirit, whatever you want to label that. I made a little agreement that I would be in service for the good of all to help people. So yes.
I want to say hi to Amanda and everyone. Thank you for everyone for watching. Have you got cards there?
Yes, I do. I certainly do. And I've got my little crystal that
Cool.
my little antenna.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I've got cards here.
Oh,
But
good.
yeah, they're basking in the sun, basically. I think it's good to put cards in the sun to get a bit of energy as well, actually. Yeah, it's good to, I mean, I suppose cards are kind of like your pets, really. You look after them.
I know, you do.
You nurture them, you're connected with them energetically, and you know, you're very, don't touch my cards, you're very boundaries in regards to the cards.
I heard it's like you sleep with them under their pillow.
Yeah, that's another good thing. I mean, I used to have different oracle cards when I had a cafe before. I had a whole set of about 10 different cards that customers used to. They used to come in regularly, actually, have a coffee and pull out a card, what they needed to hear for the day.
I think you have a reading, love.
Oh, do I?
I think so. I'll be back in a minute. Let me check.
Okay.
Hold on a sec.
So, yes. Yeah. It's just remember, guys, you're all here. You're all here. You signed up for this. And every single one of you have a part to play, no doubt whatsoever. And if you do doubt it for now, it's okay, because things will come into play where you'll be shown.
Yes, Lexi, you have a reading to do for Lexi Marina. Thank you,
Okay.
Lexi. Thank you.
So do I go separately into another room with Lexi?
No,
or
do it here with everyone. Now, Lexi, she could have come into the studio. If you still want to, or you could do audio, Lexi, or you just want the comments. It would have asked you, but I suppose she wants the comments. But I'm just letting everyone know if they want to read, you can get in on the studio, and you can do audio if you don't want to be seen. So we'll just do this in the comments because she hasn't pressed the video audio for the bot when it's gone through to make that payment. So she must want to.
So I'm just going to do the reading in front of everybody then. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you.
So, and how long do I, sorry.
Yeah.
How long for?
Every psychic on the show, everyone shows different. We say mini, but sometimes they go up to 8 minutes. It depends. It depends on you what messages come through, what you feel like she needs to know at this point in time. What will help her today? So tonight, she must be an American.
Okay, Lexi, is there a particular question that you're wanting to ask, or you're just wanting a general?
Oh, hang on a minute. I think so. Audio is messenger. Lexi, do you want audio? Because I can send you another link to do audio if you like that. So then we can. That'd be good. Do audio reading. Just let me know, and I'll set that up for you. Send you another link to do audio. So it is messenger. Yes. Sorry, I'm just seeing that. It's also what you said. So we said I send the link to messenger. And, whatever device you're using, that's what will get you in on the studio. So you want to do audio. Okay, just hold on, Annick. Then I'll send you a link to get you in on the studio. One moment.
Oh, we've got a reading going on live, in real time. This is how the magic happens. And yes, there's lots of magic, especially now because the veil is so thin. I don't know if you guys have picked that up, but the veil is very thin. It's interesting because now I'm seeing different bits and pieces during the day. I don't get to choose when. It's kind of like when they show up. But it's kind of like, I feel like there's a lot of different portals that have been opened at the moment. I need to speak to some of my tribe about that one because, and my shaman, to see if they're picking that up as well. But yeah, it's constantly change, and time is being really weird. I keep having to look at the clock going, what day is it today? What time is it? So it's throwing a lot of different things in the mix, and I'm just kind of like sitting back in the back seat with the seatbelt on going, interesting view. It's just going along for the ride, and sometimes I want to take over the steering wheel, control it, and then I get told, no, you can't control this. Sit back in the seat. So we're still working out the whole logistics in regards to the reading. All is well. And the readings have been marked down at the moment. They're 1997.
Now, Lexi, yeah, I was just reading what she wrote. What I want you to do, Lexi, is asking you, are you using an Apple device? Just say yes or no, and then we can get you into the studio. It just has to recognize what device you're using. So you want an iPhone, like, yeah, what are you using? So it'll be on here, audio with Annick, and everyone has to be able to listen to the reading. So I'm just waiting for you to press the the button, Lexi, so we can get you in here. Here she goes, yes. All right, it's going to take her through now. It won't be long. Thank you. Okay, just 1 moment. I won't be long.
No worries. We're not going anywhere. Just let my cards bask in the sun, get some energy as I do. Just like plants, you have to nurture them. You seed, you have to water, and you have to put them in the sun, allow them to grow. It's the same as humans, I suppose, hey? You need to be nurtured, watered. Or like how it grows for us, what makes us grow. We're just waiting for Lexi to come online, do a reading. I've got one of those Wi-Fi headphones, and I'm still a bit not sure on it, especially the microphone. I'm not looking to getting an actual microphone with a big fluffy thing on top. So we should have some waiting music. I could have done this outside actually, but the internet's a bit strange at the moment.
Won't be long. We're fixing it now.
No worries. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, so Lexi, just follow the bot through, and then that's all you need to do. Just follow the links, and we'll get you in here. If you get stuck, just message where you are on that chat where you are, and I can talk to you there also. It shouldn't be too long. Thank you.
We're getting there. Yes, as I was saying before, has anyone else picked up that they're a lot more heightened?
Okay, she said her phone is having some issues. So she wants to do it in the comments. Just before you do that, let's have a chat where you were with the bodies. I'll talk to you there. And let's see if I can get you in, see what the problem is. I'll just be a couple of minutes. Is that what you want to do? I think it's exciting to get her in the studio. I'd like to try and get her in. If she's having an issue, I might be able to fix it. So I'll give a couple more minutes. If I can't fix it, we'll do the comments. We'll do the message on comments, the reading on comments. Okay. You get me? I'll be a couple more minutes.
That's fine. I shall just keep bantering on. Yeah, I was going to say before, have you guys noticed that things are a bit heightened at the moment? Are you seeing things that you never used to see before? Dreams. What about dreams? There's a lot of people dreaming at the moment. There's a lot of lucid dreaming going on. I've just been speaking to my tribe and my people, and I've noticed a couple of articles online as well that there's a lot of lucid dreaming. It'd be interesting to know if it's an actual, if there's a theme going on with the dreaming, because we're so connected at the moment as one collectively. We're all going through this. We're all in this together. And if there's a lot of people dreaming, it'd be really interesting to know if there's a theme going on, but it's showing up in different ways. But I feel there would be a connection, definitely, which would be fascinating to know. I'm always curious about these things, and that's another thing that has been quite interesting. I'm very much in awe about what's going on because I'm so curious about it. I've never been here before. None of us have been here before, not to this extent. So it's that waking up every day going, right, what happened today? What happened overnight? And I think it's very healthy to do that. If you're not doing it, it's okay. There's something else there that you need to deal with. But you will get to the point where you'll be a lot more curious on what's showing up for you, and what's coming into play. I'm not seeing any of this as being negative. For me, it's a positive thing.
Oh, sorry. Now, Lexi, if you can hear me, I think she might be trying to get through. Let us know, Lexi, if you are, or if you just want to read it to do it in the comments. Just wait a minute or two to see what she's doing.
Okay.
She's
Amanda,
there. I've just got to wait and see if she can work it out.
Amanda, you've asked how long I've been a reader. I haven't been a reader for long. I've been a reader for about 7 years. But I was doing other things before that, not necessarily reading. I was reading, but not using cards to read or to guide. I find that the cards definitely guide me, but I also, what I do personally before I see someone for a reading, I sit in silence for a few minutes and I plug into their field, excuse me, into their quantum field on what they're actually plugged into. So that doesn't require cards. So I am finding that the first 15 minutes before someone lifts up a card, I've already picked up information in regards to them. I was always intuitive and an empath growing up, but not understanding what that meant, not having any guidance, not having a mentor. And also back at that time as well, it wasn't very well spoken. You know, I grew up in a very Catholic household, so it was frowned upon. And to feel and see and experience something beyond this 3D realm as a young teenager was quite, yeah, you know, I had to question myself constantly if it was just me or if I was going nuts. So I shut it down completely for a long time, and then it opened up naturally. And then I shut it down again because I freaked out for so long. But then I got sick. I got really, really sick. And that was the slap across the face. The rug was pulled from underneath of me. And I chose.
Okay, when Lexi gets back, when she's back, well, you can do the reading. We'll do it in the comments.
Okay. So she can just hear me as I do the reading, and then she can just...
I'll just wait to... Let us know when you're back, Lexi. Just say yes or something that you're back so we can start the reading for you.
Yes.
Yeah, she's just having issues with her phone. That's all. So we'll do it in the comments.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, there's a lot of issues at the moment with the internet. It's quite
I know.
congested.
There she is.
People
She's
working
back.
from home. Okay,
Yeah,
excellent.
exactly. She's back now.
Okay. So now I'm just going to ask you, Lexi, are you asking a specific question? Or are you just wanting something general for what's going on now with you? If you could answer that in the comments, it'd be great. A specific question or what's happening at the moment for you, or what do you need to hear today? I'm just waiting for a question.
Oh, hi. We have just lost Annick. I'm very sorry. Lexi, are you still there? Just see if Annick comes back into the room. Or we could get you to do the reading at the website. Hold on. I don't know what's happened. She's just left the studio. Let's just hold on. I'm just gonna play a video, and I'll be back, and we'll do that reading. Just one moment. Hi everyone. We're still waiting for Annick. Her computer, she just had a technical issue, and we're just waiting for her to come back here. I'm going to do a reading for Lexi. I'm just reading what she's writing to me. Okay, she's trying to get back in, so it shouldn't be too long. Let's have a look at the comments. Thank you for watching. So yesterday, hang around, Lexi, don't go. Annick will be back. She's trying to get back into the studio. Okay, she said, yeah, it's a tech issue. I think there's a lot of congestion on the internet at the moment. That's what it is. So Kelly Ann, you subscribe. How do I get my face spin? So when you subscribe, the bot will take you through to get the face spin. Yeah, you've just done it, Kelly Ann. Good. So we're just waiting for Annick to get back into the studio. She's going to do it ready for Lexi. So sorry about this. Okay, all right, so we've got a technical issue. Annick said her computer's not working now. So we're going to end the show. Lexi, I'm going to contact you on the private. Hang on, she may be able to get in on another device. Hold on a sec. We'll just see. All right, we'll just see what, I'm just seeing what Annick. We're waiting for Annick to get back into the studio. Okay, she's going to get a charger, and she'll be probably 3 or 4 minutes. So Annick, Bali Oracle is going to be back in on the show, and she's going to do a reading for Lexi. So we're just waiting for her to get back in. I'll be back with you in a moment. Thank you. Hi everyone, we're just organizing to get Annick back in the studio. She's getting a phone to get back in. Her computer has a technical issue, and she's going to be doing a reading for Lexi. So she shouldn't be too long, but thank you for watching. Hi Jackie, how are you? Jackie, if you want a reading, the link is above the PayPal. Sorry, the PayPal link is above the video stream. If you're on a phone, just click out of that. You'll see the link when you click out of the stream. But Annick will be back in a moment to do the readings. She's just grabbing another device to get back in. She's having a technical problem with her computer. So she shouldn't be too long. So please hang around, and we'll work out what's going on. Everyone's having a lot of problems at the moment with their computers and laptops. It's congested, internet's congested, I think. Oh, you want a free reading? Kalia, oh, that's really good. You got, oh, hang on, no, you subscribe. Oh, you want a free mini reading? That's really good. Awesome stuff. So you just need to subscribe, everyone. You can win prizes. Will you win a prize at the website? So I'm just going to, we'll have Annick back in a moment to do a reading for Lexi, and maybe for Jackie, if you won't want Jackie. They're $19.97 tonight. They're usually $35. Or this week we have a special on. Yeah, Kelly, if you can subscribe on YouTube and get a free spin also at the wheel. Yes. Okay, she's on another laptop. I'm going to be back in a moment. I'm going to get her back in the studio to do this reading. Give me one moment. Okay, she's a couple of minutes away. Annick, so Bali Oracle will be in the studio in a couple of minutes, and she'll be doing a reading for Lexi. So she just had some tech issues, but she's got hold of another laptop, and she'll be a couple of minutes. Yeah, just see. Hopefully, it's a couple of minutes. I'm just gonna give Bali Oracle a link to get her back in. If anyone wants to read, you can get in on the studio. You can have audio or video. Oh, sorry, everyone. We're just waiting for Bali Oracle to get back in the studio to do a reading. She shouldn't be too long. I hope you're still there, Lexi. So sorry about this. I'm just waiting for her now. I've sent her a link. I'm just waiting for Bali Oracle to come back in the studio to do a reading for Lexi Marino. Oh, so you're still there. Good. Okay, be a couple of minutes. Okay, and Bali Oracle just said she'll be a few minutes and we'll have her back in the studio to do her reading. So if anyone wants to talk about anything while we're waiting, I don't mind. We can talk about something. So we've got a few viewers, and Lexi's one of them. Got a couple more viewers. I'm not sure who you are, but thank you for watching. We're just waiting for Bali Oracle to get back in the studio to do her reading. Yeah, people seem to be having technical issues the last few days on the internet. Okay, so we're just waiting for Bali Oracle. So sorry, everyone, this has happened. Thank you for watching us. We're just waiting for Bali Oracle to get in the studio. She'll be doing a reading for Lexi and whoever else would like a reading. Only $19.97. But please subscribe if you watch it. You win a prize at the website. And we've got psychics ready from the USA, the UK, some from Australia on the reading room. So yeah, we're just waiting for our psychic to get into the room to do her reading for Lexi, and then everything should be good. I'm so sorry about this, Lexi, that you've had to wait for your reading. Here she is. Hold on a sec. Here we go. There we go. We got you back in.
It was weird. I mean, the fact that that the internet. I mean, Lexi's phone wasn't working, and then all of a sudden, my laptop just cut out completely.
I know.
It was kind of like, hello, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I'm pretty determined. I'll make these things happen. So I quickly grabbed somebody else's laptop.
Thank you. Thank you for doing
You're
that.
welcome.
So Lexi's here. She said yay. And I'll leave you to it. Thank you.
Okay, so Lexi, as I said before, are you wanting a specific question, or are you just wanting to know what you need to hear for this moment? What direction would you like to go into? If you could answer me that, that would help. A question specifically, or what you need to hear for this moment. that we're in. I think there's a bit of delay, perhaps that's why. I'm still waiting for a response. Okay. All right. So, look, I'm just going to pull out some cards for you and just find out what's going on at the moment. Yeah? How does that feel? Okay. All right. I'm just picking up on what's happening for you at the moment. I've been dealing with...
Bali Oracle, I put Lexi's question, what she did like 10 minutes ago, so up on there for you, so she doesn't have to type it again.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I've just got it. Okay, so what I picked up from you anyway, just before I read the message, and I feel that it's relevant anyway, I've got 3 cards here for you. What I'm picking up is okay. It's kind of like you're following something that does not serve you. It's kind of like what you were before and who you are now. There's a massive, huge difference. There is a change in that. So the reconciliation that you're talking about, perhaps you're in that phase at the moment, but he hasn't caught up yet, basically. What I'm picking up is that there is that needing, that wanting, that hunger to reconcile is very much kind of like following an old program of what you've been told, or you're picking it up on a DNA level. It's kind of like ancestry. It's like lineage. And perhaps you're actually meant to break that. So look at the relationships from your parents and your grandparents and so forth, and see if there's an actual pattern, a similar connection in all of that. But you're breaking a particular system, a program that perhaps your ancestors were kind of following. And even though you're feeling something that is quite strong and resonates with you, you're in that space. It doesn't necessarily mean that that partner is in that same space as well. And the whole toxic relationship that this person's in at the moment, that's their journey. It's not yours. It's more important that you actually focus on your own and really establish exactly what it is you do want. But just remember, you're not the same person as before. So what you thought you want, that thinking of what you want has changed, and you're in the process of actually getting more in touch with what your heart truly desires, not by what you've done in the past, of what you've been brought up to believe you should be doing this and doing that and behaving like that. It's not about that. It's about you basically having more sovereignty in what you're choosing. Your value system is changing. Your belief systems are changing. And if this relationship no longer serves you, but there's a need to go back to that, you need to actually go, well, what is that need? What am I needing? What am I missing out on, basically? And the last card is quite powerful and strong too. It's kind of like the process, this incubation, this hibernation that you're going through to reassess what is important to you and what is. It's allowing you to be a lot more specific on what you want to manifest in a relationship. And I'm picking up for you, it will be a lot more different than what it is now. There is a a complacency perhaps with the two of you. You've got your own work to do, and he has his own work to do as well. So when you're actually getting triggered from this ex-partner, you need to really look at it rather than be in it. And I can understand when you get triggered, there's a lot of emotions that come up. Deal with that. Give yourself permission to sit into that and feel it. But there's a certain point where you need to look at it from a different angle because there's something that you're missing. It's kind of like there's a definite program that you're going to break that no longer serves you, and it'll happen. It's kind of like if you learn to sit back and just work out what you do want and just allow him to lead a life in a toxic way and so forth, you're projecting your stuff onto him. You need to go back and look at yourself and work out what you want. What is going to fill my cup? What is going to make me happy? What do I need? What are my needs? How would someone be able to fulfill my needs? How can I fulfill my needs? So there's a lot of different questions. And it's kind of like this will play out by itself anyway with him. I don't feel it's something that you're actually worthy of a lot more. Worthy of a lot more than that. And you need to be very aware of carrying his burdens and his pain, managing his emotions, even from far away, even though there's a split. There's still a part of you that's over there. So you're not functioning on 100%. You've got another 10 to 12% over there lingering. You need to bring that back to actually help you to move forward. And you're carrying a lot of that pain. The burden's not all yours. So you're carrying it energetically from him as well. Lexi, has that helped you at all? I feel for you too, you need to connect more to the land. This will actually help you. So, walking barefoot when you can on grass, sitting on grass, sitting on soil. You're going through a big shift yourself, actually, quite a big shift. So there's a bit of a dependency on this, wanting this relationship to reconcile, and perhaps there's too much energy and focus on the outside of that. You need to go back and focus on what you need to do here. Otherwise, you will be forced. The universe will definitely throw things at you and get you to focus more on your stuff because you're carrying too much stuff. It's not your responsibility. You're breaking a cycle again. Land's very important. And what this happens to you too is that in the future there's this growth. Yeah, you need to let it go. It doesn't serve you, and it's a waste of energy because you need to retrieve, bring back all of yourself into this being at the moment, because at the moment is very present. It's very important for you at this moment because you have the ability and the opportunity to open up so many different possibilities. It's kind of like because you've got all your energy into this space, and no, because it's going out. You need to bring it back in. Use that energy and start working on yourself. What exactly do you want? What do you want to manifest? And at the moment, manifestations are quite strong. So we have to be very, very wary on what we say. And with that, a lot of other possibilities happen to you. A lot of opportunities are opening up to you. You've got the World card here. So it's quite powerful. It's very strong. Your opportunities, there's a lot more out there, but you're not focused on your own stuff. Okie dokie. So how did we go with that? Considering we had to go through chargers not working, phones not working, all that sort of thing. But Lexi, am I going through some type of... Yeah, you are actually. You really are. You're definitely going through. And it's very much about breaking cycles. So there's a lot of ancestry and there's programs that you pick up in your DNA from your ancestors. And this is breaking. You're breaking that, definitely. So it's great because the world is available to you.
I
Thank
think
you very much, Lexi.
I think she's seeing things different. I feel she's seeing the world different to what she has before, but
Yeah,
from a different perspective. So she's definitely going through an awakening.
yeah,
Like, and
yeah.
you need that support around you. And Kellyanne, I will get back to you about the reading. It's not Annick that we're doing. I will privately message you in a moment. But with Lexi, I just follow your what feels right, and always make, you know, when you're going to make a decision, Lexi, always make sure you think about it thoroughly, make the right choices, and everything. You know what? Listen to what Annick Bali Oracle said, and that. But this is the end of Bali Oracle show, and thank you
Yes.
everyone for watching. But yeah, Kellyanne, I will contact you in a moment about that reading. I will organize that. So, but thank you, Bali Oracle, for doing that reading.
Thank you very much. Apologies, Lexi, on the charger, and I have to go and buy a charger now tomorrow morning, definitely.
Yeah, I just, Lexi, everything's gonna be okay. You've got lots of angels around you. You're gonna be guided, and just, you know, strive for what you want to do. Like, your dreams do come true, and I know that for a fact.
Absolutely.
So, everyone, thank you very much for watching.
Thank you very much.
And we will see you all soon.